the unit is reflected in many faces, but evolves from one. There is a big difference between indicate the ways of their hearts to others, and points them through manufactured formulas, which only further away from the mind, the silence necessary for self-recognition. Sharing something assimilated in theory, read a book, seen in a message by other means of broadcasting or lecture proponents to offer us predefined rules to the singularities of each, it is understood as an experience, to find the result of another experiment evolutionary soul. Authentic practice to indicate paths to the heart, nothing stipulates otherwise would be directing the mind in recidivism than this, sense blocks with their egoic matrix settings, the return to be who really is in its true essence. When exterior cues are followed in sequence are shared, but never from the heart of who shares only is passed as the solutions of the problems of others, giving the false impression that the person or character is helping or contributing somehow in all. The story written in a confined world adds nothing, besides offering solutions to old earthly matters, for which, as perceived today, there are no solutions because, so that one can reach the consciousness to its fullest, you need reintegre to the spirit, the full liberalization of the external learning, and it is only finished when it comes to the heart. Among several sea royal masters, same of which have been through this three-dimensional plane in unconditional love, Jesus, or Siddhartha Gautama, did not establish any rule, offered recipes for fancy formulas or charged for their services to the light. They nothing planned but allowed to manifestation of the divine spirit, pointing through their examples and objective words, the only reality eternal human beings on earth, from man's own reunion with the source at heart. Jesus and Siddhartha knew from their unit-own consciousnesses, that humans dedicated their core beliefs, dogmas and laws, broke and break the balance of the unit for having fallen asleep as fragile branches of universal creation tree, and that their indicative would have been zero if they did not share the power generated only qualified intention. All paths lead us to the inner, which is not a dark room retreat, enigmatic or unlikely. The path to the top is not a flight, but a return into the portal to unlimited high power of infinite creation. Here, in this transitory experience of unreality, I am no longer an alleged owner of concepts, which only satisfy the control of the world illusion, or lay you what to do but share in unit discernment. I ask nothing of earthly value per share freedom, as would be denying it to not recognize it in my heart, still trapped in the bondage of ephemeral matter as much, could condition that only is unconditionally. Love, which only comes from the Creator that flows from the heart. Very seemed to have been taken, however, I was guided by my God self, so I understand that nothing I just felt I had to overcome the challenge of living illusions, even finds them as not living fully. This is the true death, die for discerning between a character that was never alive, and being to sustain the experience of not being. Nothing I do to please Source, beyond recognizing me divine and in doing so, redeem the joy, freedom and empowerment inherent to know me unlimited and eternal, beyond the limits of crave something, this illusory bubble that we experience. Accepting me and allowing me, I honor the Supreme Source, and all grace granted, will grace impart. When will be returned to the resonances of your hearts, for those who have not done so, you will understand your pure truths of essence that you are.